I'd been sat down and I stood up to have some of my vape, but I believe I fainted and I hit my head, which caused me to have a traumatic brain injury.
Can you remember anything of that night at all?
No.
So what is the first thing that you know of what happened to you that you can actually physically remember?
Waking up and just being like, where am I?
And was that in Guernsey or was that overseas?
That was in Southampton.
Yeah. And when you learnt what had happened and the procedures that the doctors had carried out here to enable you to get there, that must have been quite a lot to take in at what was already a very difficult time for you.
Most definitely. In fact, I just didn't really, I was just sort of so overwhelmed that I didn't actually, I just didn't really process it. I was just like, oh my God, you know?
And when you think about what they've done and what they achieved and the fact that you were the first person to have that, how does that make you feel?
I think it's just really, really wild and really hard to believe, for sure. I think it's just really, I can't believe I'm here today, do you know what I mean?
And not only here today, but here today in full-time work, doing really well. But it's been quite a journey for you over the last 18 months, hasn't it?
Yes.
Take us back to 18 months ago. You came back to Guernsey. What was life like for you then?
In all honesty, I don't really remember much from that point either. I just remember everyone was very sort of like, oh, Sophie, like, I'm so glad you're okay. Checking in on me, and I was still so, hadn't really processed it, didn't feel real, so I was just really confused.
And when they say, I'm glad you're okay, you really weren't in lots of ways then, were you?
No, also I've been told, because I don't remember anything.